When it comes to finishing for the summer break, you are one of two teachers. Don't get me wrong, every single teacher, school staff member hits a level of happiness and excitement knowing that the next few weeks ahead allow us to do things that teachers don't normally do, that other people get to do. Watch This Morning, go to the gym at a reasonable hour when it's quiet, brunch, socialise, see your friends or family. But that happiness could well be taken to a whole new level of elation, or the level of happiness can be tinged with a little bit of sadness. And that is completely dependent on the class you've had the pleasure of teaching this year. As we know, every single class is different. Every class has their own little unique characteristics and traits. If you ever meet a teacher or school staff member who say, every class I teach, I love and like them equally, I'll show you a liar, because it is human nature that you're going to like some classes more than you do others. The art of teaching is making sure that every class you teach feels like they're your favourite class. Oh, and by the way, we're all completely different. So a class that is deemed a nightmare to one teacher is just a group of lovable rogues to another. I mean, look, you might have been the teacher this year that have been teaching that class. And very rarely is it the whole class. It might just be a few certain individuals, or just the dynamics, the mix of personalities in the class that have made the job of teaching this year feel almost untenable. Talking about the class that haven't just pushed your buttons, they've like rewired the whole motherboard. Not just made you question yourself and your sanity, they've made you question your whole life choices. You're wondering whether teaching is the calling you thought it was. I know if I look at your internet search history, you've been looking at other jobs outside of teaching this year. And you know, when I do talk about that class in your school, I might not even be talking about the kids here. We might be talking about the parents of these kids who've made your life a living nightmare. And just think about the next few weeks not having 50,000 Class Dojo messages pinging, asking you questions that you've already answered through the letter, the email, the seesaw message, and so on. But listen, you'll have still had more of an impact than you probably realise. You should be proud that you've made it through, because it would break a lot of other people. And look, it's part and parcel of the journey. Who cares now? You've got to summer holiday. You've survived. But that's why getting to the summer holidays, those happiness levels, it's not just feeling happy, it's feeling elated. You've turned it up to 11. So you're either that teacher, or you're the teacher who, yeah, you're happy that you finished for the summer break. Of course you are. You've got those weeks ahead of you. But you almost feel like Richard Ashcroft. It's a bittersweet symphony, leaving that class who have been a dream to teach. The class you've had this year that have made you fall back in love with teaching. You have gone from a Trunchbull to a Miss Honey this year thanks to that class. And look, not every day's been great. It's been up and down, but there've been more ups than downs, and that is a win. And I'm not talking about a class here who have spoilt you rotten with end of year gifts. I'm talking about a class who have just done that simple thing of listening to you. And so, you know, saying goodbye is tough. It's hard, but it has to happen. Nothing lasts forever. The question I have for you is, which teacher are you? Are you the bittersweet, or are you the absolutely elated? But I'll tell you who I feel the most sorry for is the teacher who has had that class who have got them again in September.